Hey there everyone, my name is Jordan and this is Beside Peaceful Waters. I've got a fun video today, or I don't know, something I've been looking forward to. I just unboxed, I'm not sure if you can see it there, but I just unboxed a variety of plants for the new tank. And so there's like 6 or 7 varieties of Cryptocoryne, Cryptocoryne. These are all ways of saying it, kind of like beta and beta. I haven't decided like what I'm going to call it yet. I'm sure there's like a official, like technically like correct way to say it, but I'm not sure which one I'm going to call it yet. I kind of like Cryptocoryne, but I might change. Maybe just as a joke, I'll like change every time I say it in this video. So here's some Cryptocoryne, and yeah, I just have a whole bunch of varieties, and so I'm going to start planting the tank here. And yeah, I think my goal with this tank, for those of you who've been following along, is to cycle the tank completely. And so this is going to be a tank for our betta friend, Mystic, who's a beautiful betta fish, and yeah, he's looking for a permanent home, and that was kind of the purpose behind this tank. And so I basically got like a wide variety of Cryptocoryne to help him well, the Cryptocoryne is for me really to kind of learn this species, but I got a wide variety to help this tank just be kind of beautiful and have some variety, and I might add in more things. But for now, I'm going to plant the Cryptocoryne I have, and then I'm going to put it in the tank. And so what I've done so far is I unboxed it and I took out the media it was sent in. This was a shipment from Plant, and I got a bunch of different varieties. I don't promise I'll be able to keep them all, like tell them all apart at the moment. Because there are so many and I'm still learning, but I think I can identify the main ones and I'll name them as I go. And so the most identifiable one is the one that is technically, I think, the rarest. This is called Cryptocoryne Flamingo, or pink flamingo, and you can tell it just has this beautiful, beautiful pink color. I don't want to drip all over the place, but also I want to show you. So maybe that'll focus, maybe it won't. There we go. I gotta get my face out of the picture, and then the autofocus kicks in. And yeah, it's just got these beautiful pink hue, like a beautiful pink hue to the plants. And so I've kind of arranged the aqua soil. I kind of want it to be a lower on this end and higher on this end. So it's almost like a mini hillside, really. And at the top of the hill, I want to have this beautiful pink Cryptocoryne. And so I'm going to plant it inside this aqua soil. This is UNS contra soil. And it's not the easiest thing to plant these Cryptocoryne in. Or maybe these roots just are so thick that they kind of require some finesse to get all the way inside. But I'm going to do my best here. And yeah, there's really no, I think, wrong way to do this. I mean, there's definitely a wrong way to do it, but I'm just going to plant the roots in. That's what I've seen in videos, and hopefully that's enough for it to be able to grow. There's going to be an element of randomness to this because I don't know. I kind of designed the whole tank, but then I'm kind of realizing now I just want to kind of put them in and see what happens. This is a plant where it experiences something called crypt melt, which means that like after you put it in, quite often all of the leaves or some of the leaves just start to melt, which means they just start to die. And that's just something the plant does. The plant does that in order to regrow them. And so I think it's some sort of survival mechanism of the plant. Let's turn on one more light here. And just a little bit brighter. Without the filter, without the light right on top of it, it's going to be hard to see. Hopefully this helps a little bit. So you can see I've just put in some right in the back here. I'm going to put in the rest of these as well. It is quite harder than I anticipated it would be to put it inside the soil. I'm not an expert in this at all. This is my first time planting this plant. So you're going to kind of see firsthand just kind of what I learn and what I go through here in this journey. My main goal is just to kind of have the roots in the soil and give this plant a place to grow. And so I'm having to press quite firmly into the soil in order to get it to stay in. And that's okay. I think because I'm planting this so widely, I think what I'm probably going to have to do is just be, I don't know, I'm going to spread it out quite far. This whole side is actually going to be this pink flamingo, which I didn't anticipate. When I ordered these, I thought, well, I'll put the pink flamingo in the very back right, but now it's looking like the entire top of this like kind of hillside is going to be this Cryptocoryne pink flamingo. And now I'm kind of having the idea just to kind of do it almost like a wildflower hill. And so, yeah, these are going to be kind of like the beautiful wildflowers inside of this, on this hillside. And so I think I found my theme is kind of like a prairie, maybe, like a wildflower prairie. So I'm going to plant these in various places, and now that I know that's my theme, I'm going to even spread them out even a little bit more. And so I'm going to put this beautiful variety right here, down here at the bottom. And this actually makes things a lot easier because I can kind of just go in and plant things all higgledy-piggledy as much as I can, and still kind of have the idea that there will be a beautiful tank at the end that kind of fits the theme. And so really taking this lightly, right, this has to be an enjoyable process to learn the hobby. And if we have like rigid expectations on perfectionism, which I tend to do, it kind of can take the fun out of it. And so, yeah, like earlier I made this unboxing video, and I was realizing with the camera on, it's very easy for me to want to, like, I don't know, just have a different, I don't know, it's been a journey to kind of find the joy in these videos as I make them. And I think I've been finding it more and more. So this is another variety here. Here, I think this is the Wendtii, it's either Wendtii green or the Wendtii bronze, or Wendtii eye. And so I'm going to plant this here in the back. And yeah, I'm going to try to plant it so I'm hoping that these reach up towards the light. So these arrive and you can kind of see they're a little bit bent over, which is fine. That's perfect. But I'm hoping like once the light is there, the plants naturally will reach for the light. And as a result, like they'll be kind of, have a more of a uniform kind of like growing upwards type of look rather than kind of growing off to the side. And so I'm going to put one more of these over here. And I'm realizing I may have too many plants for this aquarium, which is a good problem to have. I'd rather have too many than too little. But also, yeah, this is the Cryptocoryne Wendtii, another variety of Cryptocoryne Wendtii. It might be the Tropica or the bronze or the green. I'm not quite sure. It also could be Florida Sunset. And so I'd hope to have this one in the front. Kind of in the front right mostly. Just because it's another one of those really distinct, beautiful plants, and there's kind of like a variety of colors on the plant. And again, I'm not quite sure if I'm getting all these separate and right. And I think that kind of adds to the fun of it too, because then I'll be able to kind of have more of a surprise as it grows. And yeah, I think it just helps me take it lightly. And at the end of the day, I think like I'm really going to enjoy this tank whether or not the sunset is in the corner I thought it was going to be, or, you know, I can identify each one by name, you know, within the first week of having them. And more, I can just enjoy the process of kind of having my hands in the soil and then like watching this tank come to life. And although it probably will die first, like I said, this this variety of Cryptocoryne has crypt melt that happens to it. And so yeah, I'm gonna put one more of these back over in the front here, just like this. And I think this is a beautiful plant to have in front. It's just, yeah, these Cryptocoryne, so far I've only had Anubias plants and Java fern plants, and some mosses. And so this is kind of my first time planting something in soil. And yeah, it's going to be a learning experience. But also it's a lot more fun to kind of enter into this new aspect of the hobby. Here's one more new plant here. Again, I gotta get my face out of the picture here in order for it to focus right when I put it that close. This one has a lovely pinkish color. And so I'm not sure. This might be the Cryptocoryne, another one of the Cryptocoryne varieties. Maybe the bronze or the Tropica. And yeah, so I can tell you the names of the ones I got. So maybe if you Google them, you can kind of see what they look like too, in case I'm not able to kind of easily identify them here. I got like 4 varieties of the Cryptocoryne Wendtii. So I got the Cryptocoryne Wendtii Green, the Cryptocoryne Wendtii Brown, the Cryptocoryne Wendtii Bronze, and the Cryptocoryne Pink Flamingo, or Cryptocoryne Tropica. And those are all kind of a similar version of the plant. Where they similarly look like, yeah, I kind of wanted to have like the basic form of the plant here, and that's what this was. It's kind of like a basic form of the plant. Was the Wendtii. Like when you Google Cryptocoryne, like basic varieties, the Wendtii is one of the first ones that'll come up for you. Or came up for me, and so it'll be kind of cool to watch these all come to life over the coming months. Yeah, I know these are slow growing plant, and so yeah, for example, these are the Cryptocoryne Undulata, I think, perhaps. So that's the other type I got, was Cryptocoryne Undulata. So these are either the Wendtii Green or the Undulata. And yeah, as these grow and mature, I'll be able to tell them more and more apart. And for now, it's almost like a guessing game, which really adds to this feeling of like a wildflower prairie. And so, yeah, these ones are definitely more green in tone, so I'm going to try to put them kind of spaced out with all these different, more exotic colors like the pink and the bronze and the sunset. That way there really is this feeling of like variety, like you're walking into a grasslands and you see like just a hilltop covered with all these different types of flowers. And so this is nearing the end of the bigger Cryptocoryne plants. And so this is one here again is either the Wendtii Green or the Cryptocoryne Undulata. And I had gotten the Cryptocoryne Undulata because I wanted to have a plant that was taller, that when Mystic's in here, or Betta is in here, he will be able to kind of hide behind the leaves, or kind of have like a leaf to kind of hide behind. So I'm hoping this kind of satisfies that purpose. And if not, that's okay too. I can always add more to the tank. This tank, if you've been following along the journey, you know that like my previous videos, I have like cycled the tank, I'm trying to cycle the tank. So I borrowed some water from my friend, or like a store owner who was very friendly. He said, you know, take 5 gallons of my water, put my filter in there, run it for a bit, and that can help jumpstart the cycling process. And then I added some bacteria to it as well. And I've been testing it pretty regularly. And so, yeah, I think I'm going to save these plants for another purpose, because I also want to get these in. These are the last variety I have here. This is the Cryptocoryne Parva. So these ones are the most like a grass. It's like a little grass. And so this will really give the feeling of like being in a prairie. So I'm just going to try to sprinkle this in all over the place. Like you're just seeing, you know, yeah, a grassy hillside full of life. And because these are such like this striking, beautiful green color, I think it will add like a beautiful contrast. Also, because they're so thin, it really adds like a variety of things to look at, compared to like these wide-leaved plants. And so, yeah, I think these can kind of go in the soil wherever. And I know, like, I'm not quite sure how this will be to like maintain. Or, you know, I'm hoping it just kind of grows wild. You know, my hope is I can just leave this and be okay with whatever happens. Like, yeah, if this is meant to just kind of have like Cryptocoryne varieties everywhere, I'm okay with that. Like if it turns out like it's not like a one part of the tank has this type in it, and one part of the tank has this type in it, and really it's just like one strand of pink flamingo in this corner, another strand of pink flamingo in the other corner, I'm really kind of seeing that as a victory right now. Because I think it will just kind of help with, it will help with like, one, helping me take this less seriously. Like, here's my vision for a tank and I have to execute it perfectly the first time. And here is, you know, like, how I'm going to go about learning all these plants and mastering the hobby of aquascaping. And rather it's like, oh, I know the worst that will happen is that like some of these plants will melt away and regrow. They have the nutrient substrate, they have the nutrients in this aqua soil to grow, I know that much. And yeah, I'm just going to kind of allow that process to happen. And then, you know, it kind of allows this next 3, 6, 12 months of my life to be a discovery as these plants grow more and more. And yeah, so I'm nearing the end of my plants. I'm really going to try to get these last grasses, Cryptocoryne Parva, in the soil here. And so maybe I'll just, I don't know if I'll time-lapse this next portion or not, but if I don't, yeah, I'm just going to try to get these roots all the way in the soil. I'm noticing these plants are tending to float up a little bit and kind of unroot themselves. And so I'm going to push them down a little bit deeper into the soil, just so that doesn't happen. Yeah, like some of these pink flamingos are coming up, and I'm noticing I think it's probably fine if I just like press them deeply in. And I doubt that's really going to have a negative effect on them if they kind of go all the way deeply into the surface here. And yeah, I think, yeah, I have no real expectations at this point. Like I'm kind of just letting go of needing the tank to have a certain look to it. And yeah, I have a feeling that it's going to be a beautiful tank, and very unique and unreplicatable in some ways, because yeah, there's no specific vision for it. And if at some point, you know, once I get familiar with these plants, I want to, you know, like redo another hardscape or another tank with these, I can. And if I don't want to, I don't have to. And that's kind of the beauty of it. Alright, so here she is. Yeah, this is kind of the completed version. I planted the rest of the grass. The camera battery went out, which I'm actually fine with. I was really happy just to kind of have some alone time with this aquarium. I just like pressed all the roots in as deeply as I could, and there's a bunch of plant particles that had drifted to the top, and I scooped those out. And yeah, I turned the aquarium back on. I filled up the tank the rest of the way, and now I'm just ready to kind of watch this process unfold. Yeah, like those of you who've been following along know that I just moved into a new home, and I signed a 12-month lease, so I'm going to be here 12 months at the very least, and I don't want to touch this at all. Like, if the plants start to melt, I'll probably take off the leaves, but I'm going to give this as much time as it needs to completely cycle before putting the betta in. Right now, like, if you want to know the updates of the tank, it's like there are 0 ammonia, 0 nitrites, and the nitrates are very high, and so I did a big water change earlier today, you know, as I was putting these in, and I will continue to monitor this, and when I'm like very, very confident it is feeling ready, we will add our dear friend Mystic to this new home, and I think he really deserves like a stable environment, because this will be his 3rd tank he's been in the last month and a half. He started off in a 10-gallon with some neon tetras, and then he just liked his alone time, so now he's in his own tank, but this one feels like is made just for him. And so I'm really excited to like finish cycling the tank and then add him to his new home, and then just kind of have 12 months of being settled, and maybe a lot longer, you never know. But for now, I'm feeling a great sense of completion with this. Obviously, it's gonna be a wild prairie. I think that's what I'll call it, wild prairie. And yeah, I'm really excited to watch it grow and to learn this beautiful plant called Cryptocoryne. So if you'd like to keep your eye out for any updates in the future, those will be coming. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Also, like, feel free to like point out below like all the names I got wrong. I'll put all the names below, because I know I got a lot of them wrong, and trying to have some yeah, you gotta take it lightly, you know, or you don't have to, but I'm trying to, and yeah, I have a lot of time to kind of continue learning. So if you'd like to learn with me, if this was helpful, it'd be really great to see you next time. Until then, thanks for watching, and take care.